This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. When you visit the doctor, you probably hand over your insurance, your ID, and contact details. It's just one of the many places that has your personal info. And if any of them accidentally expose it, you could be at risk for identity theft. LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second. If you become a victim, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year at lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Hello and welcome. I'm Ryan Clark, the Oregon State Beavers Beat writer for the Oregonian, and you're listening to Beavers Beat, a short-form podcast on OSU sports. Saturday is the final time that Oregon and Oregon State football will play until 2027. The question this week is whether the Beavers will go out on a sour note before the rivalry eventually resumes. The spread has never been bigger for this game, with the Ducks favored by 35.5 points heading into Saturday's matchup. And this Oregon team looks even better than last season when they went undefeated in the regular season on their way to a Big Ten championship and number one seed in the college football playoff. Beaver fans would be keen to remind the Ducks that that number one seed resulted in an immediate departure from the playoff as Ohio State, eventual national champions, blew the doors off the Ducks in that Rose Bowl. For Oregon State's purposes in this game, an upset would be the kind of euphoric revenge not seen before in this rivalry. The Beavers are winless, struggling, facing questions about the future of their coach and whether or not this is a lost season, and they are heavy underdogs in this game. A competitive output is what this team needs regardless of the scoreboard in order to turn its season around as the schedule starts to ease up a bit. That begins in the trenches against a menacing Oregon defensive line led by Amari Washington at defensive tackle and Mateo Uiagalelei on the edge. This week, OSU offensive line coach Mike Cavanaugh did not mince words, as he never does, about the task at hand for his young, injury-riddled offensive line.
You know, big thing to me is this, as simple as this. You have to get the ball past your block, okay? And we're not doing that because one guy breaks down or two guys break down. And it's all about, like, your elbows and your hands being inside. If the defender, it's a battle for the breastplate every snap, right? If that defender gets his hands inside of me, he's going to be able to shed me and control me, okay? We have to control people. So we got to own frickin' breastplates, and we're not doing that right now.
It's the biggest test yet for Oregon State quarterback Maalik Murphy. He's the best quarterback Oregon has faced so far this season, and there have been some defensive slip-ups along the way for the Ducks, but the Beavers are going to need a seismic performance out of their new quarterback if they're going to hang with Oregon. It starts with, of course, giving him time behind the offensive line, but if Murphy can spread the ball around like he did against Fresno State when he completed a pass to 10 different receivers, perhaps OSU can make the Ducks sweat for a while in this game. For the Beavers, it's all about mindset, according to Murphy.
Just reminding them every single day, you know, these games are anything that we haven't been through as a team. You know, it's nothing but adversity out there. You know, everything's you're able to overcome anything that's thrown at you on the field. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have your head on straight. You gotta believe in the person next to you. You gotta believe in your coaches. You just gotta go out there and play.
How would you describe the mood in the locker room right now? How are guys handling the adversity?
I think the past is the past. You know, what's already happened is behind us now, and we're excited about the opportunity that we got coming this Saturday.
Defensively, OSU is just hoping it can slow down Oregon's stable of playmakers. Kenyon Sadiq, Decorian Moore, Malik Benson, and a deep group of running backs could all make things ugly from the opening moments of Saturday's game. These guys can break a big play off at any time. If the Beavers are going to have a chance, they're going to need to make Dante Moore uncomfortable back there. So says defensive line coach Ilesi Tuiaki, who noted that he's seen visible improvement in the OSU pass rush on film.
It's always a work in progress. Every game. I mean, after we're done, I mean, you obviously the record doesn't reflect what we want, and we're battling, and the mood is always a little down after games. But then you put on the film and you're watching. It's like, okay, there are some good things, but obviously there's always things to clean up, always things that I think that they're playing with effort up front. I think the boys are playing hard with effort, and at least there's no violation of just our core belief of just who we are and how we play when it comes to that. But there's always things to improve.
For live coverage from Eugene and plenty of preview content that we put out this week, visit OregonLive.com/Beavers and OregonLive.com/Ducks. We'll have a full team of reporters on site at Autzen to provide coverage of that game that you can't find anywhere else. You can follow me on X and on Blue Sky at Ryan T. Clark, and be sure to submit your questions for our weekly Oregon State mailbag either on social media or via email at rclark, that's rclark with an E at the end, at Oregonian.com. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you at Autzen Stadium.